Hi, fifth graders! It's Miss Campbell, and today we are going to read a narrative nonfiction, which are the type of stories you've been reading in language arts, and they're also books that use storytelling to present factual information about real topics, real people, and real events. Today we are going to read The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. In a small village in Malawi, where people had no money for lights, nightfall came quickly and hurried poor farmers to bed. But for William, the darkness was best for dreaming. He dreamed of building things and taking them apart, like the trucks with bottle cap wheels parked under his bed and pieces of radios that he'd crack open and wonder, if I can hear the music, then where is the band? His grandpa's tales of magic also whispered in the pitch black of his room. Witch planes passed through the windows while ghost dancers twirled around the room as if 100 men were inside their bodies. At dawn in the fields, William scanned the maize rows for magical beings, then wondered as a truck rumbled past, how does its engine make it go? Pay attention where you throw that hoe, his father shouted. You'll cut off your foot. For all its power over dancers and flying things, magic could not bring the rain. Without water, the sun rose angry each morning and scorched the fields, turning the maize into dust. Without food, Malawi began to starve. Soon, William's father gathered the children and said, "From now on, we eat only one meal per day. Make it last." In the evenings, they sat around the lantern and ate their handful, watching hungry people pass like spirits along the roads. Money disappeared with the rain. "Pepani," his father said, "I am sorry. You will have to drop out of school." Now William stood on the road and watched the lucky students pass, alone with the monster in his belly and the lump in his throat. For weeks he sulked under the mango tree, until he remembered the library down the road, a gift from the Americans. He found science books filled with brilliant pictures. With his English dictionary close by, William put together how engines moved those big trucks and how radios pulled their music from the sky. But the greatest picture of all was a machine, taller than the tallest tree, with blades like a fan. A giant pinwheel? Something to catch magic? Slowly, he built the sentence. Windmills can produce electricity and pump water. He closed his eyes and saw a windmill outside his home, pulling electricity from the breeze and bringing light to the dark valley. He saw the machine drawing cool water from the ground, sending it gushing through the thirsty fields, turning the maize tall and green. Even when farmers' prayers for rains went unanswered, this windmill was much more than a machine. It was a weapon to fight hunger. "Majestici e mimpo," he whispered. "I will build electric wind." In the junkyard, pieces appeared, like rusted treasures in the tall grass. A tractor fan, some pipe, and bearings and bolts that required every muscle to remove. "Tonga!" he'd shout to the birds and spiders, holding up his prize. But as William dragged his metals home, people called out, "This boy is masala. Only crazy people play with trash." After many weeks, William arranged his pieces in the dirt: a broken bicycle, rusted bottle caps, and plastic pipe, even a small generator that powered a headlight on a bike. For 3 days he bolted, banged, and tinkered, while chickens squawked and dogs barked, and neighbors shook their heads saying, "What's Masala doing now?" His cousin, Geoffrey, and his best friend Gilbert soon appeared. "Muli Bawanji," they greeted. "Can we help with electric wind?" "Grab your pangas and follow me," he said, and took them into the forest. Together they swung their sharp blades into the trunks of blue gum trees, then hammered them together to make the tower. Standing atop, William shouted, "Bring it up!" while the boys tugged and heaved. A crowd gathered below and gazed at this strange machine that now leaned and wobbled like a clumsy giraffe. Some giggled, others teased, but William waited for the wind. Like always, it came. First a breeze, then a gustling gale. The tower swayed and the blades spun round. With sore hands, once slowed by hunger and darkness, William connected wires to a small bulb, which flickered at first, then surged as bright as the sun. "Tonga!" he shouted. "I have made electric wind!" "Wachita Bawini!" a man yelled. "Well done!" As the doubters clapped and cheered, William knew he had just begun. Light could not fill empty bellies, but another windmill could soak the dry ground, creating food where once there was none. Majesty et mifupo, electric wind, can feed my country, William thought. And that was the strongest magic of all. The end. So this was a true story. You can look at that picture there about a boy who built a windmill and helped save his village. This is from another country, and there is a lot of words in their language in the book, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced them wrong, but I hope you all enjoy this narrative nonfiction, and I hope you all have a great rest of your days. Bye.